Hey, how's it going, everybody? Hope you're all doing well. Audio check. Guessing everyone can hear me since the music seemed to work well. Sorry if the levels were weird. I was definitely adjusting those as they were playing in OBS. My squeaky chair. Audio check. Good. Awesome. Cool. Today, we're obviously back at the Dirtywave M8. It's actually been a while since I've really sat down to use the M8, other than just sitting down to sample synths for the live rig. Yeah, just been a while since I've sat down at it, so I figured we'd have some fun with it today. I want to look into like the random, it's not really a randomizer, but like it'll generate random patterns for you. So I'm just gonna go ahead and set up like a super basic blank project here. We'll go pattern 10 or chain 10. There we go. So yeah, if you don't know what the M8 is, it's basically just a handheld tracker. It's very, 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 very powerful. It's got a whole bunch of internal synths, and it can also play samples. It's got a sampler in it. It streams everything off the SD card. It's just incredibly flexible, and probably my favorite piece of gear that I own. That's the Wave Synth. That's really loud. I'm going to turn that down. It works in hexadecimal, so if you can see, the volume there is set to F0 right now. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then, well, here, I'll just show you. So 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, and then it goes 0A, 0B, 0C, 0D, 0E, 0F, and then it resets, so 1, 0, 1, 1. So you do kind of have to get used to that if you're not familiar with hexadecimal, which I was not before getting into this here. There we go, level looks better there. Hi-Fi, yes, there is screen sharing software for the M8, but unfortunately, I actually had it set up. Like for this stream, I was going to use it, but I have a terrible USB hum because this is going to my audio interface, which is also USB, and then this would go to the computer. And then I tried to just, because this will do audio over USB too, so then I tried to just use this. But then I couldn't hear the M8 because I need to listen directly off the board rather off the computer due to the streaming. So yes, I know there's streaming software or screen sharing software, but just due to my exact, like, precise setup, this is how I have to do it for the live stream. I might try something new in the future, but yeah. I totally understand if that's a deal breaker for you and you want to dip, but yeah, I tried, but this exact setup in the room I'm in and everything, just how I have it set up, it just has to go like this. And I don't think this stream is going to be anything crazy. In the future, I will definitely try to get it working, though. Yeah. I also don't know if we're going for the full hour today. I've got like a special dinner meal planned with Lady Freebeat, so we will see. And the mate streams aren't super popular really. Anyway, not that any of my live streams are. Nobody shows up to these things. But anyway, let's just try something random here. So we've got our Wave Synth. Let's actually just load in one of these synths here. Let's go to Avril Cadabra. She's got some awesome stuff in here. Ooh. That sounds nice. So I think if I just highlight a row, if I go option and then left, we're gonna start getting into the fill options here. Yeah. And if we go to the right, there's random. And down, randomize notes down. And up is randomize up. Just like that, we're into some cool stuff. Yeah, Bam, where you been? Lady Freebeat is my wife. I've been calling her that on the channel for like the past 4 years. Well, she was my girlfriend, then my fiance. Now she's my wife. But yeah. Oh, I didn't know you had an M8 as well, Hi-Fi. Maybe I did. I don't know. It's hard to keep track of what everybody has, like all the people that I talk to more regularly in the comments and stuff. Except for David Deluge. I know what he's got. Let's see here. And this will adhere, by the way, to the scale setting here. So if we set it to D Dorian. Whoop, I meant to do this. Yeah, see, that's sick. So just between the two of those randomized features there, you can get some really cool stuff. Why am I not hearing sound? What the heck? Did we just lose sound? Hey, how's it going? Make mistakes. No, that was kind of weird. Unless I missed something. I don't know. I can't look at it straight on because I'm streaming, so... Yeah, that's sick. Let's go ahead and add some drums in. We'll go all the way up. That's fine. Find a nice kick. Whoops. Not there. Like I said, it's been a while. We're going to pause it here. It's been a while since I've actually gotten in and used the M8, so bear with me for a second here. I think this is where I just was. Yeah. I wanted packs, right? These are all synth drums, so they've all been made from the synths. Samples, there we go. Got a nice Lindrum pack. This says patron pack. This must have been from a couple months ago. Yeah, we'll use that kick. That's fine. Whoops. I meant to go to velocity. Or actually, we'll just go in here. There we go. Yeah, that's cool. And I actually kind of want to make this odd meter here. What you love about the M8 is the ability to sequence A, B, A, C type song form. Yeah, you can. It's very easy to make songs. And that, I think that goes really for most trackers, which is very cool. That's how I like to write. So that's probably why I prefer, the M8 and the Tracker Mini. It's a totally different way of doing it, but that's also why I love the sample track, because it's totally made around like song structure. I want to write and perform music, So I do like to have structure to my songs. Let's whoops, man. Gonna make this 4 measures long here. And then on the last one, we're gonna clone it and we're gonna put a hop command here. And we're gonna hop it back right there. Except I just noticed that's an F. So what if we go make it an E? Or how about a G? So this is going to be like off now because I put a hop command, which basically tells the tracker that when we get to this line right here, to jump to the top. I'm going to zoom the camera in a bit for y'all. There we go. But there's no hop command over here. So if I were to copy these chains here, watch these 2 chains. They're going to progress at different times. See, they went just slightly off of each other. This may have been hard to notice on screen. But yeah, that's just some cool stuff you can do. And the more I think about it, maybe I don't want that. Maybe I do actually want to write this all together. Let's go in and edit chain 80. I actually want to make like a real pattern here. We're going to have these alternate. So we will actually go 4 on the floor here. Yeah, that's fine. But on pattern 81, whoops. On pattern 81, we're going to instead put the kick offset by a 16th note to mess with our listener. So here we go. Boom. Oh, play. What the heck? Oh, I didn't pick an instrument. Again, it's been a minute here. There we go. And I didn't do that here. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I feel far more inspired than the M8 than I do by the Deluge. My favorite application for the Deluge is actually an education tool for me to teach rhythms and stuff like that because it's so easy to see on the grid. Unfortunately, anytime I try to make like an educational, like rhythmic teaching video with the Deluge, it just gets terrible views because people, for some reason, when they see the Deluge, they assume they have to have the Deluge to do what I'm doing, even though I start every goddamn video saying that I don't have to. That's like one of my biggest pet peeves. Like, oh, this thing sure is expensive. Great. That's not the point. It is expensive, but yeah, that's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother thing. But yeah, the M8, definitely, this is probably my favorite piece of gear, non-drum related, as in like my electronic drum set or my actual drums that I own, the M8. I freaking love this thing. Yeah, that's trippy, isn't it? Let's put a hi-hat over that so we can actually hear what's going on. Yeah, we'll do that here in 70. And we will grab a hi-hat first. I'm just using an old Patron sample pack. We'll use that. Sure. And we'll go off beats here. I get so confused in hexadecimal sometimes. I'm sure there's a better way to do that. That's cool. Hey, Sun Wu's in here. How's it going? Ooh, you're gonna be gnarly when you get your hands on an M8. I'm guessing you got the second generation. I gotta turn up my headphones real quick. There we go. Okay, this is already getting kind of groovy here. I've been in a real like messing with you mood when it comes to drums lately. Just having fun with different rhythms and placements of things. So maybe we'll let this randomly generated rhythm here from the synth. We'll just let that go and then mess around with the drums over the top of it. That could be fun. If I would say spend more time with LSDJ, see if you can like play with it with a video game controller. If you have like an Xbox or a PlayStation or like a Switch controller, plug that into your computer and run LSDJ on an emulator with it like that. The M8 is very, very powerful. However, it's not hands-on like at all. The Deluge obviously is. It's very, very easy to just throw something down rhythmically or melodically on the Deluge, whereas on the M8, I mean, you know, you have to dive through and get your synths, get your samples, all that, and set up. And like Sun Wu says, if you think you might be serious about the M8, you can always try the headless version, which you can get a teensy for about I think $45 US, and run that. With a Windows PC, right? So yeah, I would definitely say try LSDJ more and try it with a controller. You can also run the M8, the headless version, with a controller as well. And obviously the M8 is half the price of the Deluge. If you're more looking to like write music and stuff, I'd probably recommend the M8. If you're more looking to play with like a piece of electronic music gear in a more experimental sense, then the Deluge is pretty sweet too. They're both amazing. They're both awesome. But the M8 really is connected with me in a whole different way. And nice, Sunwoo. I hope you love it. I almost got in and ordered one of the new ones, but I'm good here for a while, I think. I need to stop spending money on gear. Most of my money will go towards gas for playing live this year. So hopefully, if I do well enough on the road, I'll treat myself to a version 2. Because they're so fun. What were we doing? We were making some drum parts, that's right. Let's get a snare drum, that's what I was doing. We'll go pattern 60 there, or phrase 60. And we'll just go right here, find a snare drum. And we'll stick in that patron sample pack. Maybe that. We can go into the sampler here and normalize it. There we go. Sure. And we'll save it right there. There we go. Just to start. Those are quiet as hell, aren't they? Oh, this is going to be so cool. We are not going to use that sample, though. That's so quiet. We will load in something else here. 707. Yeah, that's nice. Now we'll clone that phrase, go in here, and we'll move this down. So the drums will also kind of play with this illusion of the groove kind of moving, even though the pulse is going to stay the same. Yeah. I love stuff like that. That's so fun. Let's bring the volume of this down, though. We're going to go into dry. Now I want maybe like some kind of ARPy thing over the top of that. I don't know. Sorry, whenever I go quiet, it's because I'm reading chat. My monitor is off to the side. The V1 does have an awesome design, yeah. Honestly, my only complaint with this is the micro, the USB micro up top. If it had Type-C, I'd be just fine. The onboard mic is cool. The bigger screen will be cool too, but not enough of a change that I like have to go out and spend $600 or $650, I think it is now. Don't mistake that for me saying $650 is not worth it for the V2, because yes, it definitely is. This thing is incredible. Trash 80 is done. I mean, it's a one-man job basically, and he just kills it with these things. They're so cool. Let's see here. Polyon Tracker Mini or M8? What would be my desert island pick? I'm going to have to say the M8 because it's got synths, right? If the Polyon Tracker Mini had synths on board, that would be a very different discussion we'd be having, but this has synths. Now, granted, the Tracker Mini does have the onboard mic, but the V2 of the M8 does have an onboard mic as well. So I'd probably have to pick the M8. A plucky ARP, huh? Yeah, we can do that. Let's see. We'll go in. We'll go in here on track 2 and do that. Drew. And let's make an ARP. Go to Hypersynth, which is braids, like the VS or the modular synth module, which is super cool. I am what the hell am I doing? I don't want Hypersynth. I want Macrosynth. That is braids. There we go. Yeah, like I said, it's been a minute. I'm looking for the Plucked engine, which this is like a Car Plus Strong. Let's go ahead and send an envelope to the filter. There we go. This one's set to volume. Yeah, we're gonna have some fun. I love the chorus on here. I think it sounds so cool. Excuse me. Let's go ahead and use our fill option here. Okay. Hell yeah. That's cool as shit. Nice. Don't think we need any chorus or delay on there. But maybe an LFO sent to like the timbre knob. Whoop, not on retrig. Yeah, one phrase long. Yeah, that's awesome. If you're a new musician, I would recommend the Deluge 100% over the M8, actually. Like, wholeheartedly. The Deluge would be an amazing place to start, actually. Especially if you make sure you get one new so you get the OLED screen, which I still need to do that upgrade. But, yeah, if you're a new musician, yeah, go Deluge. Having the visual... I'm going to break the immersion here real quick. Whoop. Having this grid is incredible. Like, if you're a new musician, being able to actually see all your rows, see, like, when sounds are going up and down, notes individually, yeah. The Deluge is an incredible tool for beginners, and I think it's super overlooked because of the price, which I totally get. That's very expensive for someone to, you know, it's a lot of money for a new musician to spend, but totally worth it, I think. All right, I'm actually digging where we're at right now with this here. Yeah. That's pretty cool. Hey, Derek, how's it going? Yeah, I like that. Let's copy that whole row and paste it in here. We'll take out the ARP. Actually, we'll do it like that. Yeah. I'm gonna make another variation of our kick pattern here. So we start off nice and chill. Yeah, nice. What happened to our ARP? Why didn't it play? That was weird. Oh, Derek, you mildly disagree about the Deluge. There are a lot of options on there, but the thing I like is it's very easy. You press synth or kit and then just use the main knob to scroll through presets. And then aside from that, you just have this beautiful grid to work within. And that concept right there is very, very simple. And that's what I would recommend any beginner do on the Deluge, which is super cool. I think that it can work like that. It's really maybe the fastest and simplest way to get going other than like a pocket operator. And you do have all that room to grow into as well. Brain dead due to lack of sleep? Hey, that was me yesterday. It's going pretty good. I went and saw on Monday, I drove up to Seattle. I'm down in Oregon. And I went and hung out at Pike Place Market with Groove Twig, who's not in here right now. Weird. But yeah, we walked around and got some food. And then I met up with a buddy from high school. And we went and saw Dirty Loops, which they were insane. Like, they were, if you've ever seen, like, any of their videos on YouTube, like Work Shit Out or Next to You or anything like that, you think, oh, they can't be as good as they are on YouTube, but they're freaking better in person. It was an amazing show. Sequencer on the Deluge is good. Yeah, I love that sequencer. You're a former Seattleite? I've been there quite a few times. I've never lived in Washington. I've lived in Oregon my whole life, but yeah, I like it up there. It's expensive. But I like it for the most part. It was my first time going to Pike Place Market since 1998, which was crazy. Yeah, the sound editing on the Deluge. Well, I haven't tried it with the OLED, but I don't do much when I'm on the one I have. I just use presets or samples. Yeah, Derek, you got to get out here. You got a place to stay, you know that. There's just a drum set in the room and a computer and a streaming desk and a filming desk, but you can kind of like finagle your body into a sleeping position. What was I going to do? Oh, like a lead. That's right. The OPZ does have so much power inside, and is still probably my second favorite sequencer, right behind the model cycles. But in terms of, man, an OPZ field might be able to take the M8 head on as best, my favorite piece of gear. It's so cool. Or it would be so cool, sorry. I'm doing like a million things. I'm trying to make sure chat doesn't like get abandoned, and I'm also trying to talk, and I want to make something. Yeah, that's super fair noise theorem, which is kind of why I still recommend it to beginners if it's in the price range, because there's you can get some cool sounds out of it without tweaking too much. Just what the macros are already set to, basically filter, delay, reverb. Yeah, an OPZ field though. Whew. OPZ field might Teenage Engineering might be able to get some money out of me. Damn it, that would be that'd be a piece of gear for sure that I'd be very into. Yeah. I'd be lying if I said I hadn't made lists of gear I want, or of features I want in an OPZ field before. Just, yeah, dream device for sure. Let's make our own lead here. I'll use the wave synth. Wave synth is okay. Just gonna randomize until I get something that's kind of spaced out. It's so bad. That's terrible. We're totally... That sounds like a damn bagpipe with the rest of the music going. We're not going to leave it at that, don't worry. Getting there. could get into the table and do some like even crazier stuff. This is like almost borderline an ARP kind of. Bagpipes are super cool. There's a lot of Scottish heritage in my family, so the bagpipes are a very nostalgic instrument for me, as well as like the tin whistle. The tin whistle might be my favorite instrument. Yeah, across all the synthfluencers, oh boy. The Deluge gets the lowest views. Yeah, I never have success with Deluge videos, which is a shame because it's like the best way to teach, in my opinion, at least on YouTube. It also gets compared a lot to the Polyend Play, which I have a Polyend Play Plus right over there. They are in no way similar whatsoever at all. They are so different. It's like not even a thing. Yeah, people love the Roland S1. I've only played with one. I played with one at Trickman Terry's house when I was there in September last year, and at the Roland booth on that same trip, and that was about it. I've been offered one a few times, but I just don't. I feel like I wouldn't appreciate it enough, so I'd rather that unit I would get go to someone who will. Like standalone synths aren't super my thing. I mean, I I say that I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I've got like 10. But I don't know. Lately, it's just all about what I can add to the live rig to make, just to make the live rig work better or work more efficient, which it's pretty damn efficient right now. Down to the SP-DSX, the SP-404, a key step, a Launchpad Mini, and the Sheeran Looper X, and that's it. Pretty good. Pretty good. We're almost to the point where I have to start practicing the setup and takedown and timing myself and making my own, bundling all the cables together that go to certain things and labeling all those and then seeing if I can get the setup time to like 5 minutes. That's a whole nother element of live performance that not a lot of people consider, and the one that stresses me out the most. So when the venue says, all right, you got an hour total, including setup and takedown, and you're set. I'm just rambling. No, I hate this. I want like more of a crack and snare drum. There we go. I just had to turn up the volume a bit. That makes sense. Nope. So if we treat this as beat 1, catch that, there we go. And we'll bring down the velocity on these. That's so funny. I love it. Hey, take care, Derek. Have a good night. My gear almost for sure eclipses it. It's good, but it's more of a learning small setup tool. Oh, the S1, yeah. The S1 almost was a part of the live rig for a while. I was going back and forth on it between it or the 1010 Fireball. And that's when I also had the Cobalt Model the 5S I think it is, which I still have, and I still, yeah, Cobalt 5S. That's right. But yeah, I almost went with the S1, but I wound up going with the Fireball, which I love and is the main synth source for the live rig. Yeah, there's a lot of 1010 that goes into the live rig sounds that you hear. Most of the drums are the razzmatazz, and most of the synths are the Fireball, with a lot. Well, not a lot, but I'd probably say, I don't know, like 15-20% of the synth sounds you hear are actually also from here. And then I've pulled some from the Micro Freak and some from the Mini Freak VST, and one very specific ARP 2600 patch on V Collection from Arturia, their plugin. I don't actually have an ARP 2600. The text on the M8 is really not that small. At least not to me. I can see it just fine from where I am. I can see chain 60 and then PH and TSP and 60 and 00 and 61. I'm also looking at it at a terrible angle, so it's really kind of awkward here. Hey, Alex, good to see you. Oh, and hi, Ron. We were just talking about your baby, the Deluge. That's so trippy. I want to go in. Let's clone this actually here. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to clone it. Oh, man, it has been a minute, like I said, since... There we go. There I cloned it. Okay. We're going to go into these chains here. And we're going to take out the 4 on the floor kick feel. Yeah. We're going to clone this one too. This is going to be weird. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting to where I want to be. Oh, shoot. I meant to clone this. Actually, we're fine. There's a lot with the M8 where you're just kind of paying attention to, or you need to pay attention to whether you're in song view, your chain view, or within the actual chains themselves, and the numbers and how that kind of architecture or structure works. Architecture, I guess, technically, but how that structure works, because like cloning a chain doesn't directly clone the phrases within the chain. You still need to clone those if you want those to be separate too. The chain is just how those are organized, and so you really have to pay attention to that hierarchy. Ron, I always just associate you with the Deluge because your tutorials were really what got me up to speed on it when I first got it. Let's see. How do you put a note entry on here? You just hold down Edit and then use the arrows. So we're going to go into this hi-hat phrase here. That's a snare drum. So we're going to go into these phrases. So there you go. You can see here's our 16 steps. You can see C4 here for the hi-hat. This is velocity, which by default it's just set. There's just a default value that I use a lot of the time. And then our instrument, and then our 3 effects columns with the value for the effect. That's it. So to change the note value, left and right semitones, up and down as octaves, while you're holding edit, pretty fast. That's how you adjust any value on here. I do need to check out grid mode on the Deluge. I don't even have the community firmware on mine yet. I need to do that. It's on the list. Let's play with the hi-hats, though. This is where This is where I want to have some fun. So I'll go into the effects column here, and we will do the roll, which is... Give me a minute. I never use rolls. Repeat last note. Is that it? Found it. And then, like to turn that off, I could either put a kill command right below it, which would allow me to just kill it instantly, and that just kills all the audio. But you can also delay it by either ticks or steps, and each step is 6 ticks. Which is cool. Or I could, if I wanted it to line up, I could just put an off. Oh, why doesn't the off command work there? I guess we will use the kill. And then you can also do things like this, like just copy and paste. There we go. That's pretty groovy, actually. Once you find one and just hold on, it feels pretty good, yeah. Do I know the videos, Sadiq Cat, where he clamps his iPhone to the pocket operator to film it when walking around? Yeah, that with the M8 would be crazy. Those videos are pretty fun, though, that he makes. Volca Drum does have ratchets. Yes, it does. Yeah, 3 effects columns per slot, or per sound. And velocity is also its own row, so you don't have to worry about that, which is really, really nice. So it's like 3.5 kind of. And then you can actually go further in, and you have tables within each step of your instrument. So tables are like a sequencer for the instrument itself, every note that it triggers. And those also have 3 effects columns, so you can go nuts with it. Like there's some insane stuff you can do. Tables are pretty complicated, and I will not make a video about them because A, I don't fully understand them, and B, I don't know how I would explain them. There's a couple people out there that already have some good ones. I forgot his channel name. It used to be All My Friends Are Synths, but then I think he changed his channel to his real name. Steven something, I want to say. That's how I learned about tables. And a little bit from Jeremy, too, from Red Beans Recording. Yeah, the synth engines on the M8 are where this thing really shines. It sounds incredible. I'm kind of liking this tripping the audience up thing, though. This is what we have so far of our little song. Not a song at all, it's just the same thing repeating, but... yeah, this is cool. Oh, I know why. I'm an idiot. I didn't fill in my FE chains. There we go. Now everything will progress. These also need to be FE. Now it'll go. That's wild. Yeah, cool. No polymeter here. Nope, just offset. It sounds like it. I know it does, but just the drums are actually offset every other measure, which is one of my favorite techniques when I'm actually playing. Yeah, so fun. Yeah, this thing can sound massive. Here, I'm gonna save this real quick. Here, we'll name it. It does have the name randomizer. Sure, Morphin. What does that say? Oh, horrible pine. Sure. Yeah, so the reason I couldn't read it there is because I'm looking at it at an angle coming down like this. You can't even see the angle. I'm like, my head's like that. Yeah, I've got a whole bunch of stuff on here. And it also can load in samples and stream them off the SD card. So what you're about to hear is all on the M8. Oh, that's before I edited every stuff or everything. Every stuff. I like lock up and I cannot speak on stream. And that's what I recorded over. And there, it's just a drum solo I played over and then put it into the M8. And that was super fun. Without giving away a bunch of like my live set, this thing can sound incredible. And you can use markers, so like here we have a chorus. I don't know if you can see, those are blue. Oh yeah, that looks good on screen. Yeah, I love this little solo. It just sounds so good. Yeah, so cool. I love the synths on the M8. Is there a way to tell how hard you're hitting the compressor? I'm not really sure. I haven't super looked into it. I'm bad at that kind of stuff. My knowledge is in like the music itself, which I continue to learn is very, 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 very different than like electronic music. Yeah, the M8s are built in the US. I'd imagine they ship from here. But yeah, definitely give Headless a shot. Yeah, aren't those like 80s style synths so cool sounding? So those are all internal here. Yeah, beautiful. One thing that's cool is you can actually, the transpose function there adheres to the scale. So I have my scale set here to just G minor. And if we go in here, phrase 0 and phrase 4 are both just technically phrase 14. But I've transposed it using the master transpose feature for the chain or the phrase itself that's within the chain. You can hear those chords are very different, which is super, super cool. Let me find where it is in the... No. Where is it in the chorus? No. No. Yeah. So this is all the same phrase, just transposed a whole step up, 2 semitones. The first two phrases are the same, but transposed up a whole step. But it's adhering to that G minor. So that's where this fun chord comes from. That kind of gives the chorus more of its character here. So the second chord. Yeah. Not exactly sure what that extension is. Oh, okay. Those are samples. Sorry. I guess there are a couple samples on there for synths. I didn't realize. It's been a while since I made that song. But it's just one of my favorites to come back to on the M8 because it's just so good. I love that. The sound of those synths. But like that epic lead that you heard. These synths these are internal. There you go. And you can actually see the little keyboard there. You can see it moving around. Which is super neat. Yeah, the M8 is pretty damn awesome, for sure. And yeah, that lead... Where is it? Nope. I'm gonna find it. Space. There you go. Whoop. The final note of the solo is on a different track. But yeah, those sounds are all awesome. That is actually a sound that I found on one of Llama's tracks, which if you're into the Dirtywave M8, go check out Llama. I say it every time I stream with this thing. Llama's channel is amazing. Go support him on Bandcamp. Yeah. So good. So good. But you get bundles if you buy any music from Llama, and... one of those synths in there just really, really inspired me, so I took it and tweaked it a little so I wasn't just directly stealing a patch, and that's what that lead is. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, having braids for mutable instruments is super cool. Hypersynth is really nice. I do like the chord synth. The chord synth, I think, is maybe the easiest way to just... like get started with a song. Like I'm gonna go new here, new song. Instrument hypersynth. Just play like a C7. Up an octave. That little click you hear is just it re-triggering. But I mean, just beautiful sounds just like that, you know? can go and modulate the volume with your envelope so it's more like traditional. Way too much reverb. Whoops. I meant to do this. Envelope to the filter. Whoops. And I'm a little out of practice with the M8, like I mentioned at the beginning of the stream. There you go, right there. Like, just pulled that out of my ass. Super crazy. We'll go C, yeah. If we set it to C major scale, now we're all messed up because of just how you should, the order of which you should do things using like the hypersynth. But see, as I change the scale and the key, it's like you can just mess around with stuff. So we're technically in D Mixolydian right now. No, sorry. Llama does not do instructional videos. Oh, wow. A lot of people dropped out of the stream. Yikes. Okay. Llama makes music with the M8. Some incredible stuff. I will link that channel right now. Yeah. For learning the M8, I recommend Jeremy from Red Beans Recording has a good tutorial. That's really enough to get started. I really recommend just getting the basics and then just messing with it yourself. Anyway, it is 6 o'clock my time on the West Coast, which means it's dinner time. Like I said, I've got special dinner with Lady Freebeat tonight that I'm now a little late for, but that's okay. Yeah. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. I know we didn't really do much, but it was just nice to play with the M8 again after not being able to have time to use it for a while. So, yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed this little basic-ass riff here. It really is that fast and easy, though. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I do appreciate it. There we go. Now you can see my thanks. Hope you have a good night or morning or afternoon or evening or whatever time it is wherever you are. And we'll see you on Friday for the proper main video. We're gonna be giving you an update on my looper progress, which is looking pretty good. I'm feeling good about it. Yeah, thanks everybody. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time.